this is just a little bit of advice for fellas out there, and hopefully this will help some of y'all out. I need y'all to know that you're just not entitled to attention from a female, reciprocation from a female, or energy from a female just because. There's a little bit of work you have to do to build yourself up to attract those things. And as much as we all kind of hate to admit it and we might call it shallow, attraction begins with physicality. A person has to somewhat like what they're looking at. And if you're a man who really hasn't put in any effort into his physicality and the way he looks and the way he carries himself, then don't be surprised if you're having a hard time out here dating. Because you can't just roll out of bed or roll off of the couch or whatever, out of shape, no style, at least be relatively in decent shape in order for a woman to at least like what she sees. And another thing that guys have to work on is their maturity and their emotional intelligence, because you can look good and look good on the outside, but if you're still immature, you still carry yourself like an adolescent teenage guy, that might work for kind of like low functioning, low vibrational women, or rather I say girls in women's bodies, but that's not really gonna work if you're trying to attract a good, loyal, grown woman like you deserve. So try to get your emotions under control. Try to stop yourself from being so overly reactionary. Sometimes you just have to sit, ruminate on things, and just think of the best, most positive way to go about any situation. Just take your time. And probably the most important one of all is finances. Now, some guys put so much emphasis on finances that they don't even bother to work on the other two. They don't even bother to get in the gym, try to make themselves look presentable, try to have a little bit of style about yourself, a little demure energy about yourself. They don't work on themselves internally. You might have guys that self-medicate to get through issues or whatever. There are a lot of men out here who just lead with their wallets and they think that's all they need to get by. It's not gonna happen. Not for a high quality type of woman. It's just not gonna happen. So the overall goal here is to be a well-rounded Renaissance type of man, like a jack of all trades. You wanna be physically fit, obviously show that you take care of yourself, groomed well, have a decent sense of style about you. You want to be emotionally mature. You don't want to be reactive. You don't want to be a person who flies off the handle at any little thing. You haven't worked on what was going on upstairs. So that's another thing that'll run people off. And you want to take care of yourself financially. Now, you don't have to be a millionaire, nothing like that, but it would be nice. But, just take care of yourself, have a decent place to stay, decent car and all of that. Just take care of yourself financially. The more well-rounded you are as a man, the less glaring deficiencies that you have. And the better you'll be able to handle pretty much all the pitfalls in every different facet of life. So just work on yourself and everything else will fall into place. I hope that helps somebody, man. Y'all have a good night.